got that mile high magic. You can feel it in the air, in the altitude. Feel it when you can't breathe.
Life in a barrel. Life in a barrel. Life in a barrel.
What it do, Broncos country, and welcome to Life in a Barrel. Inspired by the legacy of the legendary Broncos superfan Tim Barrelman McKernan, we seek to give you raw, educated, unfiltered Denver Broncos news, takes, and opinions. And as always, I'm your host. I go by the name of Town. And joining me every week, my brother, my partner in crime. Please welcome Tariq Hatchet Young to the show. Reek, how you living, brother?
Another day in paradise. What can I say? Today's the start of the World Cup, so more sports on TV for me. I appreciate that. I love it.
Some football when it ain't football.
Yeah, some football, as they call it.
Yep. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. How's the overall week going, brother?
Ready for tomorrow. Ready for the weekend so I can relax. But what can I say? I can't complain. How's your week been?
My week's been crazy, man. It's been a busy one. It's been hot as hell out here in the Mile High City. You know, it's a great time to have a malfunctioning air conditioner. Take the ups and the downs as you can. Is what it is. But before we dive into today's topics, I would like to remind y'all that we are running a Denver Broncos jersey giveaway as soon as our YouTube channel reaches 100 subscribers. If you've been looking for an opportunity to rock a new Denver Broncos jersey, this is your chance to get that for free $99. Courtesy of your friendly neighborhood Broncos podcast, Life in a Barrel.
Just subscribe to the YouTube. Come on, stop playing. Get you a motherfucking free jersey. Like, it's not that hard. You know you want a free jersey, especially because that old-ass one is ripped up, probably. The numbers fading. Get you a new jersey. Come on. We're going to take care of y'all.
Exactly.
If y'all stop being the way y'all being. So
we'll get y'all some drip. Get y'all dripping out here. All right. But we have a schedule to keep here at Life in a Barrel. But of course, Adam Schefter wants to go ahead and drop some major news as I'm prepping my damn overview for this episode, announcing that Sean Payton and the Denver Broncos have agreed to a 5-year extension and keeping him around through the 2030 season. Tariq, what are your thoughts on Sean Payton's surprise extension?
That caught me off guard, honestly. But hey, collect your bag. You obviously have done a great job in Broncos country. You've made us some happy fans. All we need is a Super Bowl now. So you keep coaching your ass off. We'll keep paying you, and you get us that ring, and we'll be satisfied. Actually, more than one ring. Trying to start another dynasty, if you feel what I'm saying.
Exactly. This honestly just solidifies that the ownership group of the Broncos is about rewarding those who have done well, and I salute to that. Sean Payton came in at a crazy time in Denver history with Russell Wilson and his massive contract falling short of all expectations. And we needed an adult in the room after Nathaniel Hackett. He came in and started holding people accountable, letting people know it does not matter who you are or where your place on the depth chart is. Your position has to be earned. He's a culture builder, came in immediately, put his imprint on the team, put his personality into the team, and transformed us from one of the worst teams in the league to a team inside of a real Super Bowl window. It really can't be overstated how much he has meant to the Broncos, and to see the success that he has had, and the fact that we're rewarding him with a contract, with a $18 million a year contract, I might add, just so shows exactly what they think of him. And both, him and general manager George Payton, who also received a 5-year contract extension a few weeks ago, to also be with the team through 2030. Now they're officially tied at the hip. Congratulations, Sean Payton. Congratulations, Denver Broncos. We have our coach, and it feels amazing.
George Payton, he's had his good and bads too, as we said in previous episodes before. But we're doing the thing. We're obviously building something. I like that the ownership group is trying to keep our core around, which is great. Because, like I said, we had to trade draft picks away to get Sean Payton. It's worked out in the end, especially with the Russell Wilson saga and everything. But I couldn't be more glad to have the Payton brothers still sticking around. At the end of the day, let's go get them championships now. That's what we got to do. That's what's on my mind.
We now move on to a bit more news that broke since our last episode, and that is edge rusher Jonathan Cooper and his girlfriend were both arrested last week on domestic violence charges. Now, obviously, I wasn't there. I'm not going to speculate, but things are pretty interesting from the reports. But when it involves infidelity and phones getting broken and both parties going to jail, I truly want no part of the conversation of that. I'm going to specifically look at the football side of this. If Jonathan Cooper is suspended, what does that do to our defense? Reek, what do you think?
Like you said, we weren't there, so we can't say what happened and what didn't happen. But what I can tell you is it's definitely going to hurt our defense if he gets some type of suspension or anything, which we don't know at this point right now. Hopefully, they get this figured out before the season to where both parties can figure out what happened. Because losing a piece like him, it's definitely going to hurt our defense to where we'll need to look somewhere else while he's gone on a suspension. So hopefully he's not guilty.
Yeah, hopefully, man. But let me just say, I bet you Von Miller's looking real good right now, isn't he?
He's like, hey, this could be the opportunity I need. Like I said, hopefully he's not guilty and it doesn't go down the path to where he gets the suspension and everything. But only him and the judicial system knows at this point. So
Yep.
fingers crossed.
Yep, definitely. If Cooper is suspended, it's a big blow to our defense. But one, I think we can survive depending on the length of the suspension. But you're going to need to replace his production, which is hard to do. So again, go get our GOAT, bring Vaughn home for one more rodeo. That man deserves it. If not, then we look to our young pieces like Jonah Ellis and Q Robinson to take over. And if that's the case, we'll just see if they make the most of their opportunity. That's really
Yes,
all we
sir.
can do.
Next man up mentality.
Yep, exactly. But over the last couple episodes, we have went division opponent by division opponent, breaking down the AFC West to see who is the biggest threat to the AFC West champion Denver Broncos. We started at the bottom of the standings where we had Gary Enriquez, a known Raiders fan and our biggest hater, on the show to break down and discuss the offseason moves of the Las Vegas Raiders. The following week, we had Deron Kirkwood, acknowledged and admitted Chiefs fan, on to do the same thing for the second place Kansas City Chiefs. And this week, we will be bringing in Dez Burks, known and admitted Chargers fan, to help us break down how big of a threat the Chargers are to the Broncos. Dez, welcome to the show, brother. How you doing today?
I'm good. Tariq, don't shake your head. I don't know what you shaking your head for.
I forgot he can see this. He can see me shaking my head before I put on.
Yes.
No,
That's what
he's a
happens when
great
you do video podcasts, man.
he's a great football player. He's a great flag player, I must say. One of them ones, but his football team option is just the wrong choice. He could have been like a
Yeah, whatever.
fan, or he could have been like a Rams fan or something. But he's a Chargers fan.
I like the Rams too, but I like the Chargers more.
Yeah, there you go. Fair enough. Dez, how you living, man?
I'm living great. And yourself?
I'm loving it, man. It's beautiful weather, beautiful time in the Mile High City. I love this time of year.
Me too.
Hot as hell.
Hot as hell for sure.
But I don't like them damn jerseys though.
Yeah.
Hey, it's in the DNA, man. This jersey ain't ever coming off. But coming off a season where the Chargers finished 11-6, second in the division to the Denver Broncos, lost in the wild card round to eventual AFC champion New England Patriots. Following the matchup, Coach Jim Harbaugh relieved offensive coordinator Greg Roman of his duties, bringing in former Miami Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniels to take over. Defensive coordinator Jesse Minter gets a promotion to take over the position last held by his boss, his brother, as the head coach of the Baltimore Ravens, and is handing the reins of defensive coordinator to Chris O'Leary. He is the protege of Jesse Minter and has experience working for Jim Harbaugh for Michigan. What are your thoughts on the Chargers 2025 season and the changes they made in the coaching staff heading into the offseason?
I think they made the right choices in the coaching staff. The only thing is, I feel like they need to make the right moves in athletic trainers and trying to keep people healthy. That's their kryptonite. They can't stay healthy.
Yeah, for sure. Reek, what do you think?
Getting a guy like Mike McDonald, used to be around the Broncos or whatever. It scares me sometimes when we have to play him. Got a little bit of Vietnam flashbacks when he was Miami, but I think they got a great coordinator over there. I see them helping.
I think he worked well with Justin Herbert. That's the type of offense that he needs.
Mhm.
I think that's going to help him take him to that next MVP caliber type of player in my eyes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Mike McDaniel is a very smart offensive mind. So is Jim Harbaugh. So you put those two
He also
together with a quarterback like Justin Herbert, it makes me scared as a
we
Broncos fan. I'm not gonna lie, man.
we just we just got somebody in the draft. I think he run like a 4.2
Yeah, the receiver.
receiver.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. We'll be discussing him in a little bit, man. But yeah, I'm genuinely concerned with Mike McDaniel taking over this offense. Genuinely.
I think that's a great. I just think this is a great move overall.
Hmm.
And Jim Harbaugh wants to win, and he wants to win now. So
Yeah,
he made the right decision.
yeah, definitely. They're in a window, man. They're in a window. They have a real opportunity if they can capitalize.
They have to stay healthy. That's what they need to do.
Yep.
And
Yep,
find somebody
definitely.
to block for Herbert.
Yeah, for sure.
Good.
Coming into free agency, the Chargers had the most salary cap space available with $93.9 million. They chose to use some of that money to keep some of their players from hitting free agency. They re-signed defensive lineman Tariq, edge rusher Khalil Mack, offensive tackle Trey Pipkins, offensive tackle Trevor Penning, special teams All-Pro Delshawn Phillips, safety Tony Jefferson, quarterback Trey Lance, linebacker Denzel Perryman, cornerback Dean Leonard, long snapper Josh Harris, and running back Kamani Vidal. And from the outside, they brought in center Tyler. I have a horrible time saying this man's name. Tyler Biadasz, I want to say. I know that's not right.
From the Eagles?
From the Commanders. I think he was the Cowboys center.
Commanders. Yeah, Commanders.
Yeah,
You're right.
he's center to replace Bozeman, who just retired. Tight end Charlie Kolar, guard Cole Strange, fullback Alec Ingold, running back Keaton Mitchell, defensive tackle Dalvin Tomlinson, guard Coyote Awosika, and tight end David Njoku. Dez, what are your thoughts on the free agency section for the Los Angeles Chargers?
I feel like he's trying to make the right moves with signing linemen
Mm-hmm.
because last year our lineman was ass.
Yes.
Complete ass. How you rank in the bottom of all linemen? The starting five. Like it don't make no sense. But
Mhm.
I feel like he did the right thing by signing a center and guards because when Slater and go out, I just feel like we needed that backup, the backup that can step in and fill their shoes.
Absolutely. Reek, what are your thoughts?
Great pickups. Besides, everybody knows how I feel about Tony Jefferson. You know, everybody knows how I feel about him. I can care less about him. He's not a winner, but everybody else,
Who?
Tony Jefferson.
Man, get out of here. That dude was hooping last season.
Hooping. All right. But no, it makes me sick they got in Njoku because I had a feeling it was going to happen. I seen it a mile away. But hey, like I said, trying to find
Big
weapons for
pickup.
Justin Herbert, trying to fix the line. I don't blame them. They want to compete now in a scrappy AFC West, so can't blame them.
For sure. Yeah, the
Yeah,
Chargers.
Njoku was a huge.
Yeah, he was a huge pickup for the Chargers, man. That was huge for sure. He was someone I was hoping the Broncos would get, but didn't happen. But the Chargers and the Broncos had a very similar approach when it came to their own free agents, and not letting many people walk and rewarding those who earned it. They, like the Broncos, had to let a talented defensive lineman go in Odafe Owe, but I can understand and appreciate what they did with this class. Bozeman retired, so they brought in. I'm just gonna piss me off that I can't say this name. Biadasz, I want to say is how you pronounce it. Replaces Bozeman, who just retired, like I just said. They re-upped at the offensive line after giving up a league high 60 sacks last year. Alec Ingold is going to add some meanness in the run game. Jim Harbaugh is not going to bring you in if he doesn't feel you're not going to contribute in a real way, and I feel like he did that with a lot of these picks here.
I feel like even last season he did a good job with bringing people in. He just got a knack for who can play defense. He want to play hard nosed defense, and that's hard nosed football in general. And that's he go give people that wants to play hard nosed football.
Oh yeah, them Harbaughs look for it. They smell it, and if you don't bring it, they gonna get your ass out the door.
We're gonna get you up out of there
Yep,
quick.
exactly. We're coming out of free agency. Chargers knew that they needed to have a good draft in order to really compete in the AFC West this year. And this is how the Los Angeles Chargers chose to spend their draft picks in the 2026 draft. Round 1, they have Akeem Mesidor, edge rusher out of Miami. Round 2, Jake Slaughter, offensive lineman out of Florida. Round 4, they got 3 round 4 selections. Brennan Thompson, wide receiver out of Mississippi State. Travis Burke, offensive tackle out of Memphis, and Genesis Smith, safety out of Arizona. Round 5, Nick Barrett, defensive lineman out of South Carolina. Round 6, last 2 picks, they have 2 6-round picks. Logan Taylor, guard out of Boston College, and Alex Harkey, offensive lineman out of Oregon. Dez, what are your thoughts on the draft?
Oh, solid draft. Solid draft. He went for more of a let me make sure we got the depth on the O line and the depth at receiver. So I respect it. I respect it. And then he went to go get some speed at receiver.
Yeah,
That's exactly what we needed.
for sure.
Definitely got to have the depth on the O line. As you said, one of the worst O lines last year in the league. So, some hungry guys in that's ready to make a statement that could potentially take over a veteran's position. Can't be mad at it.
Oh, for sure. They definitely came into the draft with a clear plan. They wanted to re-up in the trenches, and that's where they exclusively focused. Of the 8 players they drafted, only 2 were skill players. Mesidor looks to be the Odafe Owe replacement. Jake Slaughter, 2-time All-SEC offensive lineman, played center at Florida, but is expected to move over to guard. Brennan Thompson is the fastest offensive player at the combine, posting a 4.26 40-yard dash. Expect Harbaugh and McDaniels to game plan the ball into his hands a lot. Travis Burke is a solid swing tackle, capable of filling in for Alter Slater in a pinch if they go down. Genesis Smith is a center field style safety to help with coverage. Barrett is an intriguing depth piece at defensive tackle behind Tartan Tomlinson. He started showing up on film last season at South Carolina, and it'd be interesting to see how he develops. Logan Taylor is a versatile offensive lineman, capable of playing both guard and tackle positions. Alex Harkey played tackle at Oregon, but is expected to move inside to guard. Overall, I would say this was a trench-heavy draft, and it's exactly what they needed.
In the trenches.
In the trenches.
In the trenches. That's what a ball game won, ain't it?
Yeah,
in the trenches.
Damn right. Dez, if you had to give it a grade, what would you give the draft?
I get him B+.
Okay. Reek, what about
B+.
you?
I'll give him a B.
Okay. I echo that. I'll give them a B as well. I think they definitely solidified a lot of weaknesses. Let's go ahead and move on to the record predictions. Dez, what is your record prediction for the Chargers in 2026?
11-6. 11-6 again.
Okay. Reek, what about you?
11-6 or 12-5.
I completely agree with him. I go with 11-6 too as well.
Well, it sounds like we're all on a consensus here because my prediction was 11-6 as well. And Jim Harbaugh and Mike McDaniels are both 2 of the quirkiest minds that football has to offer. So if these 2 can come together and it works, holy hell, this league might be in trouble. However, if they don't, things can fall on their face very quickly, but I fully expect them to iron out all the wrinkles by at least week 8, which brings us to the real question of this episode. And Dez, I'm going to start with you. How big of a threat are the Los Angeles Chargers to the AFC West champion Denver Broncos this year?
I'm going to say this like I say it every year. If we stay healthy, we're the best team in the AFC West. If we ain't healthy, probably 2-3. Stay healthy, we could beat the Broncos.
Okay. Reek, what are your thoughts?
This man knows football. They're a big threat, I will say. I think, once again, the season will come down to both of us at the end of the year on who's healthy and who wants it more. I say, if anything, we have a tie in the series this year, once again.
Yeah.
And I mean, that happened every year, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I said a couple weeks ago that the Raiders would be a threat in a couple years, not this year. The Chiefs being the
I
threat
don't think ever.
ever. I don't know. They made some moves this year that have me looking their way like okay, I see what you're doing there.
They need a coaching
Chiefs
move.
being a threat, it rests solely on the recovery of Patrick Mahomes after his injury. And the Chargers, however, are the biggest natural threat to the Denver Broncos. Bo Nix has never beat Justin Herbert in a head-to-head matchup in the NFL. Hopefully, this is the year that changes. But in all reality, these Charger matchups are going to be ridiculously hard to pull out of our ass. I said a few times on this show that prior to the hiring of Sean Payton as the Broncos coach, I wanted Jim Harbaugh. So now that we have to face him twice a year, I understand exactly who we're dealing with, and that is a real bona fide threat to our title.
We're in for another crazy season. That's what I can say.
Mm-hmm.
I know damn well how this is going to turn out.
Yeah, it's going to be a crazy ride, man. 2026 is shaping up to be a crazy year. But that is about all the time that we have today for Life in a Barrel. Dez, before we head out of here, is there any place these folks can find you on social media?
Yep. There's the coach on Instagram.
Okay, Dez the coach on Instagram. Reek, what about you?
Reek.season with 2 N's on the gram. I don't care if you follow me or not. Just subscribe to the channel. Get that free jersey. It won't be a Chargers jersey, but it'll be a damn Broncos jersey.
That's crazy.
You heard him at Reek.season on Instagram. But of course, one more reminder, once we reach 100 YouTube subscribers, we will be giving away a Denver Broncos jersey. Just make sure you're subscribed, share with your people, and you have an opportunity to win. And if you're listening on Spotify, please make sure to get to subscribe, rate, or leave a review. It really helps our discoverability. Life in a Barrel also has accounts on TikTok and Instagram at Life in a Barrel Pod. Please make sure to give us a follow there. And as for me, I go by the name of Town. You can find me on all social media at town.5280. Make sure to hit me up there. Until next time, for Dez, for Reek, for Broncos Country, we'll catch y'all next week. Peace.
Life in a barrel. Life in a barrel. Life in a barrel.